Week 19, Tier 3, Overwatch Oasis League. Thanks for coming out tonight. We got a game, heck of a game coming out. Diving Phoenix, looking to keep this playoff spot, the seventh seed they have going into the second to last game going against the current two seed, Stardust Crusaders. It's going to be a tough matchup. I am Brow Daddy, joined by the BX Hunter. Hunter, how are we doing tonight?
I'm good. As you know, I got my second vaccine shot today, so, I'm feeling all
Heck
right so
yeah.
far. Everybody stay safe. But it's also going to be a fun game tonight. Like you said, both these teams right now are in playoff contention. Stardust is fighting for that one seed. They're one of the top seeds out there. Obviously, they only lost the one game so far. DP, they're probably going to need to win their next couple of games. They have a tough one against Stardust and another tough one next week against White Walkers. So it's going to be some good battles for them, but it's exciting to see two potential playoff teams go at it here in the regular season.
Yeah, and not just that, but if the season was to end right now and nothing changed, this would be the playoff matchup. It'd be your two seed Stars Crusaders versus your seven
Yeah,
seed
that's true.
DP. So if things were to stay the same, I mean, this could be a good opportunity for both teams to get some very essential, very important scouting done on the others.
Get those VODs out there so you can review it. It's gonna be like a fun rotation, and I was telling Brad before. Unfortunately, we don't get to play on this rotation, but I really like it. You're starting off on Oasis. It's a great map. Numbani, though, I think it's gonna be very interesting. You get some good stuff out there. We are ready. You got the ready some both teams, so
Welcome
we're gonna
to
go in
Oasis.
and see what both these teams run out here. I'm assuming, Brad, do you want to test the pause on your account? Nice. There you go, bud.
We're good.
Oh, did you have to go through the pause menu to do it? Uh, 1 second while Brow, I'm assuming, just left the lobby instead. Where is he? Friends. 1 second while we figure this out. Sorry about that, folks. Let me pull up this Twitch chat right now, see, make sure everyone's having a good time. Trying to see what happened with him, but hmm. And Honey's out too. I mean,
hey
hey, you're not
there!
the only one. Honey Biscuits is also
Oh, look at
left.
that!
So you did it first, so whatever.
Yeah,
But
I'm a trendsetter. What can I say? We're still paused, yeah.
yeah, should I just
Okay.
go back to lobby?
We can stay paused. I think you can give me host if you want. Yeah, I don't know. It's my brother's PS4 is like 10 feet away from me in the other room, and whenever he turns it on, uh, I always kind of DC. So that
Uh,
is on me. Literally, when the game starts, he wants to come in and wants to play FIFA 21. So
Yo, add me. I can wreck him now that I got it. It's just on sale. I'm pretty.
he's
I'm pretty
certainly not
okay at
bad.
it.
Yeah, he's got
Uh,
a god squad. You like to say a goon squad.
I'm gonna start this back up. I'm assuming because we do have
Ooh,
Honey
honey's
back
back
in the
in.
game. Yeah.
Nice.
So let's unpause this. Let me just make sure they're good.
No. Uh-oh.
I don't know what's happening with Honey. I don't know. Is there like server issues for anyone else having, by the way? And this is like the April. This is the actual April Fool's joke that
This is the joke. For anyone who wants to play custom games, Blizzard says no.
Honey left again.
That's not ideal.
Hey, at least this is happening now at the very start of all this and not in the
Yeah.
middle of a game. It's always unfortunate when someone DCs and that 3-minute timer's up and kind of have to just chug along without it, just 5v6. So hopefully we can
Yeah,
get this
imagine
sorted as soon
having
as possible. Yeah, imagine having to do that. Couldn't have been us.
I believe so, Crypto, just because my issues are on my end and my end alone. Oh, Honey appears to be back, joining the game. Let's hope they're able to make it in, because I think with how strong Stardust Crusader is, especially on the DPS front, they're a little short-staffed tonight with just 7 people, 1 sub available, currently being insane 187. But Uravity and Dash seem to have so much chemistry, and they're able to do so much work together that I think Honey and Ridge are going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yeah, all right, we're starting back up.
Nice. Perfect timing.
Honey
We're only
should be all
12
good.
minutes
We're
past
still we're
5.
not even that was just like literally from the test pause. Yeah, we just got to the 30-second countdown. But we are back in it. Hopefully there's no other issues. At that point I think we are going to have to start be more strict with that little 3-minute timer, even though I don't think Honey was even gone that long. So we should be all right. City Center we can usually see like a couple of different comms. We might see like some dive, even potentially just like a straight over rush. So I'm excited to see what both of these teams pull out for the first map.
Yeah, and as Hunter stated a little earlier, this is a really solid rotation, I think, for a lot of teams. Oasis, Numbani, Hanamura, Route 66, and the tiebreaker being Busan. These maps tend to have a lot of flexibility. No one comp is stronger than the other in a lot of these. It's how well you want to make things work. But it looks like if we're staying with everything, it's going to be Orion Diva, a McCree Pharah. No mercy, though, with Moira and Lucio coming on the side of DP. And Strife on the Rhyme with Anne on the Zarya. Very common to see the dive of the brawl from the two of them. With Reaper McCree and Bap Lucio on the side of Stardust Crusaders. But gonna get that last switch. Can he get that speed boost out? And we'll switch to the Mercy so which gets a little bit more assistance on that far. They're going to take point first while Stardust Crusaders Alexa take this high ground here.
Yeah, I was going to be concerned what Ridge might do without Kenny's Mercy Pocket, but I like the high ground rotation right now. They're kind of just like poking, just seeing what's over there before we get the engagement, and here we go as the point starts to go down. I think they're going to start to converge on each other.
Yeah, the big thing is going to be Honey on that high ground still. With Magdragon on the map, so to get that healing, Merchant's going to get close, and they're going to make Magdragon take that low ground now. But John Hawk will get picked out, so much damage coming in that front line, but Bridget, though, evens it up with the big on Magdragon, so one team down a main tank, one team down a main support. Just the Lucio heals from Sinomia, it may be enough, though. Strife and Hopkins will pick up a kill apiece. Bridget, once again, though, looking to even things up here, make it a little bit more tolerable, more manageable. Picks up another pick onto Dash. Gravity, though, once again finds Joking, and Hopper picks up the second kill this fight. A little late, but we'll find Kenny and Rich Hunt by themselves on top of the point. But Stardust Crusaders taking this first fight. The long will get out.
Yeah, that was like a nice rotation. They eventually took down John Hawk just with enough of a rush onto him, and then after that it was kind of just clean up. And unfortunately, Ridge wasn't able to get enough. Chuck is actually going to switch off of the Diva and go into the Zarya. They're still not going to have the Lucio, so they're going to be a little slower in their brawl. But we'll see if that does anything for them. They have some ults coming up as well. Oh, nice block. Teamwork's out, and here comes the barrage.
We'll find Sai and the field will get picked up by your average, but Chuck's with the follow up with that Mercy damage here. The Mercy D, the blue beam will get picked off right after the res, but still a lot of picks on the side of the Phoenix here. So it's just going to make things work here. Might be able to, and then Hopkins finding Rich Hunt though. The Zarya on the far action here. The goal coming out from Joking, maybe able to stall a little bit, but the field coming back. Magdragon able to get back with the rest of the team. 5v1 for there for Stardust. The window a little far, but Strife still doing the thing with that far strike. Another one on Chuckster. Gravity following up with that nice grab from Ann Hopkins. The headshot on Jokingly, and it looked like that. 2 very long fights, 70% down the drain here for Diamond Phoenix. They have a few ults here, but you're earning last fight territory.
Yeah, that was so nice of them. It started off well for the side of Diving Phoenix, but the 3 remaining Stardust Crusaders just rotated, kited back to the end of the point, held enough. Oh, that's a nice early pick onto Sai, though, especially since he has the beat.
No beat online here. Shatter big, though. John Hawk able to get a couple pushes all the way from that field. Honey will able to follow up this Deadeye pick on the Magdragon. John Hawk Honey. So much damage coming out from that Deadeye right after the Shatter. Looks like Gravity will fall here. Yep. Just like that. 98%.
Yeah.
Wants to engage and win that fight, but it gotta do what you gotta do.
I know. I think the Deadeye may be in a little bit too much of an overinvestment, but like you said, you gotta do what you gotta do, especially at that amount of percentage. There are so many ults coming on the side for Stardust Crusaders, but really just the grab from Diving Phoenix made probably the coalescence as well. So they're gonna need a big early pick here. Yamort is out.
Dash on this flank here, trying to go for a Deadeye on this right side. The Shatter finds the couple. The Deadeye coming out with the boss. So much damage coming out on the point. A perfect engagement. Stardust Crusaders really used that early in, but still doesn't really matter. It's going to be Ridge on point by themselves, trying to install as long as possible. But it's Ridge versus the world. As they give up that percentage, they are able to cap here. Does get that last second touch. It's going to be up to Joker to maybe the Koa, but it's not enough. Look, get picked off by Dash. No beat necessary. Stardust Crusaders going to take this one 100-38.
Yeah, it's kind of what we said. There were so many ults there. It really started off with a great shatter from Strife, just to begin that fight from Stardust Crusaders. But otherwise, like, you still have the Deadeye, you still have the Reaper ult, the Death Blossom come through, and there's just not a lot that you can really do to sustain against that from Diving Phoenix. And then, you know, after that, it's 102 Stardust over here on the first map.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I think that Stardust are always setting up that push with Ridge on the right side flank, and your Gravity TP can pop, and the Shatter with the rest of the team Strife right down main. It's tough to counter, but it looks like both teams going to go with the exact same comp. We saw them end on Junglee. The only exception was switching off of them more to the Baptiste, who's sticking on that Mercy far though. Let's see if the speed here is going to be still the play, or if that extra bit of heals from Kenny on the Mercy will be enough.
You see, because of that speed, Stardust already having control of the point, and Dash immediately gets the pick onto the counter Ridge.
Strife again, getting a big crucial kill on a support here. Finds Kenny, no mercy in sight. Ridge will switch very quickly off to that Tracer, and Kenny switching off for that more. Junglee seems to put up a lot of healing there, despite the loss. Will have 85%, so close to that window already.
Yeah, we're going to see both Ridge and Kenny switch off of that pharmacy finally. Ridge, they're going to just pretty much mirror the comp exactly. But you're going to see both Honey and Jokelin coming up with their ults first, actually, from Diving Phoenix.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is going to be when people decide to use that field bag and use their mortality fields here. Because the field right after the Honey Biscuit's Deadeye, they will pop in the field, and Honey Biscuit gets that first pick. He'll pick on Strife here. John will get picked up, though. Mag Dragon getting some decent support. Fragging Honey Biscuit finds the counterpart though on Dash. It's a big fight on point here, folks. Seeing who would win this fight. Ridge Hunt gets the counterpart and finds Ed Hopkins as well on the Zarya. In terms of finishing up with another pick on Mag Dragon. So Mag Dragon kind of the field coming out a little bit early there. It may have been their downfall, but it looks like for the first time 50% here. Diving Phoenix will take point.
Yeah, I see Mag is very quick to put down the Immortality field, and you honestly have to, I guess, against the Deadeye, but once it was gone, Strife goes down, and it's a little iffy, like both tanks go down. It was a long, sustained fight out there, so now we have a lot of ultimates, especially from the side of Stardust Crusaders coming into the fight, and they do the early window here, too.
Shatter, nice block, a little bit of the bow for Ed Hopkins blocking. The grab coming out is big. The grab coming out on point though, looks like it's going to just find side. And the beat coming up to keep everybody alive on the side of DP. Looks like it's going to work out. The grab was huge. And a lot of damage coming out on the side of DP, building up a couple more ults after it. This fight's over very quickly.
That was good. Again, maybe a little bit overinvestment. I don't know if the Lucio beat was necessary, especially going against a couple of big ults from the side of Stardust. But yeah, the counter graph just works in there, and they're able to get some picks before they even touch the point. And now they matched him in percentage. So good hold there from Diving Phoenix.
Still a couple ults online with the Deadeye coming up very soon with the Blossom and the window.
Reaper's coming behind.
Picked off though. So much damage coming out from both sides. The Reapers dying. Strife's gonna get dangerous. We'll be able to kite back though. But Ridge Hunt, just like
going
that,
aggressive.
on that hunt, gets super aggressive. Finds a couple more. We'll pick up 5 in that one fight. So really nice play from Rich Hunt. The only ult they're going to use there, and you're getting last fight territory once again, but this time DP looks to be the one in control.
And Ravity's going to switch onto the Mei, maybe get a big pick with a wall and a freeze over onto John Hawk. He's a pretty smart player. It's going to be hard to bait him if he's ready for it. So.
Shatter finding a couple very quick strike, but a nice counter shatter from John. Windows and Fields and Deadeyes. Oh my, a lot of ults coming out on point, trying to get any kind of bite from either. We'll get a cancel from Money. We'll decide it's just going to shoot away. Gravity, and then there's that freeze. Finds John Hawk. And he gets the counterpart pick on the stripe, but Ian Hawk can pick up another. Someone Rich will find a second. Junkster down as well. Picks coming out on the side of Stardust Crusaders and Dash with a headshot on choking, and I think it's gonna be it for this one.
That was a nice. I like to switch onto the Mei. I think that really like helped divide, and the CC from her works out there. In this next fight, we're pretty much just gonna see Grav versus Grav, and chucking and like pretty much the same percentage essentially. So we'll see who can get the bigger one, or if Kenny can maybe get a beat off in it. I think that's gonna be the big play on this next one.
Yeah, I think the main thing as well is Richard giving very well that Death Blossom saw how much value he got out of it the last time with Gravity and Dash very equal.
There goes the wall.
80-80.
I get blocked off too.
Grab on both sides. Beat coming up from Kenny though. Richard will pop that Blossom. Both fields get picked off with the Blizzard coming out, and it's big. Both tanks down. Junkie Serious as well going to get caught out. Honeyfest is though able to find a big pick here on Dash. A lot of damage down on the side of Stardust Crusaders. And no Deadeye as well. Richard will jump off the map. Don't know if that was intentional, but Ian Hopkins with the help of Gravity and Side will find John Hawk. It's too much damage. Not enough people on point. Chuck Wilson to the ball. Trying to contest. Honeyfest though gets the flash and the fan, but not able to find enough here. Gravity gets the pick on them instead. It's down to just Chuck. Jokingly gets picked up point, and Hopkins pushing off point to get that big. Going to be Rich up once again here. The Tracer. Nice shatter from John Hawk with the Deadeye and the beat coming up for Stardust Crusaders. John Hawk will be picked off. Dash falls. The shatter. The solo from Strife will find Kenny. It's going to be just Rich Hunter not able to get back on point in Stardust. A little bit of a comeback, a little bit of a back and forth, but we'll take this with a 2-0 lead after a 199 push.
Googly eyes. Yeah, that Gravity with the Mei pick was clutch. I love the googly eyes. April Fool's is the best. This is what I wanted to go into. You can see here. Both of the grabs come out, and that's going to cause both immortality fields to go. But the moment the immortality field goes out for Diving Phoenix, the Blizzard comes out as well. I don't know if Kenny where the beat was exactly or how many people it ends up getting, but I think that may have been a little bit of a misplay. Oh, I am the
lead now and not me.
Yeah. Oops. I'm going to put you back to owner because I think you're the only one who can still change names anyway. Nice. But I think that may have end up being a misplay, and then afterwards it's just going to be cleanup. There was a nice fat chatter in there from, I believe, John Hawk, but again, the immortality field, the cooldown comes back on it from Mag. They throw it down, and that's going to negate anything, as well as the beat from Sai as well. It's just going to negate any of the potential damage that he might put out, and it was pretty much just cleanup after that.
Yeah, I think the difference in that map in particular, we saw it a couple times, the Grav being used from Diving Phoenix to focus a single target, and it's a 50-50 of that one target dying. The first time Sai off point and that Grav did die, but that second time not being able to follow up on it, while the grabs from Ann Hopkins have been big, and not just big to set up certain plays or to use, even as an econ. That first grab was big, gets 4, not able to get any picks in Diving Phoenix wings, but a lot of damage coming out from it, and to negate that beat as well that Kenny had to drop. And then that second grab to set up the Blizzard, I think that's such a good combo that sort of Crusaders really utilized well there.
Yeah, thanks for editing the score for us, Crypto. I wouldn't say...
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and I don't have mod powers. You do, bro, so that's on you. Oops. I wouldn't say...
I'm just trying not to DC again, I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Crypto there. I don't know if I'm going to say I'm wasting John Hawk over on main tank. I think he probably is the best main tank for Diving Phoenix. We know Chuck is a great diva as well. I've seen playing with him on Sigma as well. I don't know about his Zarya per se. I wasn't sure about the grabs, but I do think John is one of the better main tanks in tier 3. But Stardust Crusaders does come out with the win, and we're actually going to move over to Numbani now. Um, Again, and as I was saying before the map, it's one of my favorite maps. You can see a lot of different styles, especially on those first 2 points. You can see a lot of dives because of the high ground. It's not something you usually see out of Tier 3, but hopefully we see something. Like I said, John Hawk is one of the better, I think, Winstons specifically. Not a lot of players in Tier 3 are playing him. I think it's like myself, John Hawk, and maybe like Mexi at some point. I don't know who else is playing Winston, but he works here, especially if you have like Chuck on Diva. If you can get the dive right, um, it'd be it could be something.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've seen. I think just throughout the league, doesn't matter what tier, and how hard dive is to counter at
Hmm.
times, especially on a map that really adheres to dive, like New Running, like you mentioned. So I really do think if they have been practicing and they're comfortable running it, at least for a couple pushes, see if they can build up ults for certain DPS or certain tanks or certain supports, and then making the switch. If it doesn't work, it still I think should be beneficial.
All right, so we have Insane coming in for Psy on the support line. No other switches. Stardust only coming out with 7 players tonight as well, contrary to DP's 12. So not many looks that Stardust can change up to. Meanwhile, on DP they can have a completely different roster. So like I said, we do have Insane coming in. A relatively new pickup, obviously, was on Tantalizers for a good part of the season, but when they folded, he ended up moving over to Stardust, and it's a good pickup for them. Again, he can play. Obviously, we've seen him play tank. Now he has the support coming in. I don't know exactly what he plays. I'm going to assume some sort of. And I've seen Mag play like more of the flex and maybe like more of a main support, but we'll see what comes out of Insane. And then we're still waiting to see what sort of changes comes from Diving Phoenix, see if any, for this next map. I thought Ridge played well, Honey was decent. Again, I wasn't so sure what happened with the beat from Kenny at the end. Maybe that if it didn't get enough people or on that Blizzard, but we'll see what happens on the next map.
Looks like some people in chat are gonna get their wigs. It's gonna be John and Bambi on this tank lineup. Coming in for Nubile, it's gonna be Pop Tart and Ridge coming in for the DPS, and Nat and Steph. So a completely different switch lineup
Yeah,
here on the support for coming into this map
it
too.
looks like you guys are gonna get your wishes, chat. Bambi and John Hawk are gonna be the tank lineup, so we'll see if you guys get your wishes. See what happens on it. For this next one, it's gonna again probably allow John to play more of the off tank role this time, which again it probably is his better role, but I think it might be doing a disservice to his main tank. I think he's just all around one of the best. And I think there's one of like smartest tanks in tier 3, in the way that he plays. I'm assuming Pop coming in on DPS. Maybe a
Yes.
Sombra. Um, they played it a lot. You can get some nice EMPs, especially just build it up. It's a good fight win. And Ridge, I've seen play, Hanzo, Genji. We saw obviously the Reaper Pharah earlier, and then Steph and Nat for support. So
Yeah, it's almost a completely different lineup. It's a way different look going into this map. Unlike you said, stars electing to go. I mean, there's not much you can do with just the one extra player, the one bench, the one sub. But I think that's one of the things you have to prep the most for DP is that they
hmm
have this militia, this small collection of warriors. They can play a lot of stuff here. I mean, any team who's scrimmed them or played them know that they can run a dive, that they can run a bunker, they can run a brawl, and it's just with the flexibility they have on all three roles. They're a tough team to read, um, especially going in. But I think if they are, I think they let's see this. I think they have a hard time electing to straight up mirror sometimes. Like we saw what happened when they
hmm
mirrored on that second Oasis map, but it worked well for them. I think they
yeah,
don't change quick enough. They want to stick on that flexibility. But like there are times, especially on a map like this, where if you want to try dive and it's not working, it's not worked for many teams before. Um, you have to change things up.
yeah. I'm waiting to see if we're ready. All right, we have DPs ready from Nat this time, and Just waiting to hear from Mag. Alright, we are good to go whenever you're ready, bro.
Alrighty then. Let's get into it. Map 2. Start us up this 1-0. If you are just joining us, they're leading 1-0. A relatively unclose first map on Oasis, but really bringing it back to the 99-100 on the second one. So this game's going to be a close one throughout. Especially with Diving Phoenix, we've talked about really looking to secure this playoff spot. They're only 7th. They have a net neutral map record. It's 0. It's not plus, not minus. They are 4-5, and a lot of teams are on their back. KO, Tater Tots, and Pizza Planet all 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come out of the map record. I think Pizza Planet's not. If they come up with a couple 4-0s and barring some match results, I'm not going to bother doing the map in the next 38 seconds. But they have to watch out for Tater and Omnic in particular, who are both tied at 3-6 with a -5 map. So
yeah.
It's going to be a tough one coming against Stardust Crusaders, and it's going to be an even tougher one next week against White Walkers. But if there's a team that might be able to get it done, that might be scrappy enough, that might be unpredictable enough, it may just be done.
Hey, DP, what were they? The 2 seed last year? Like, there's still like a lot of those big pieces there. You know, like I said, John Hawk, Bambi coming back in. Pop-Tart and Ridge are really solid DPS, and as well Honey. So there's a lot of solid pieces there. We're actually seeing no real dive. We are seeing Double Bird from Stardust as they come in on the attack with the Rhine, Diva, the Mercy, and the Ana. Well, we're going to have a Junkrat on the side as they're going to try to, I guess, hold this high ground and see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, though. I will get that pause in. Pop-Tart leaves. I was about to say Pop-Tart on the crew is going to have a little bit of trouble taking on the Double Birds with
Did
the
you put
with the Mercy.
comp rules on, Brown, just to make sure? You did not.
Yes.
No, you did not.
Did I not?
No.
Hey, I will do that then. Lobby settings. I almost certain I did. Lobby. Nope. Presets. Comp.
We're going to have to probably restart this so that we can get everything there.
I will go back to the lobby.
Hold on.
Back to lobby.
Hold on.
Because they have to go back into effect anyway, so I will
Yeah.
My bad, everyone. I apologize. So up to blue team, move back to Nubani. Silly me indeed. That's King's Row. That's Nubani. Pop-Tart's back in. Sorry once again. I DC'd that one time.
I immediately blame Brow in match chat.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's
just
fine.
so everyone knows, I'm immediately
that's
threw him
true.
under the bus. So.
DP, y'all ready? I'm a street rat. What can I say? That's where I belong.
Plus I'm dealing with vaccine symptoms.
Yeah, you're becoming a superhero in front of our
basically.
They are ready. All right, one more time.
Oopsie, we're back at it.
Assuming both teams are going to run the same thing, very similar to the Double Birds with the Merciana and the Ryan Diva coming out from Stardust Crusaders. So we're getting to that Junkrat's so good on this first point, in particular for Nubani. Pop-Tart may have a bit of trouble dealing with the Double Bird, but they do have the it was the Mercy and the BAP, so a little bit of help with the DB and BAP able to shoot some stuff, the vertical soldier, the vertical legs, and then John and Bambi electing to go with the Rhine Zarya. So we will see.
And we're gonna assemble the heroes. Yeah, it's looking pretty similar.
I like the Scout's honor as we'll switch over to the Lucio. And Ridge
and
will
a little
go the double hit scan. We'll go the Ash now.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a little sus that Rich is coming out on the second hit scan after everything, but we'll deal with it for now.
Yeah, I still think it's going to be tough, though. I think, especially with switching out the Mercy for the Lucio, like the speed, I don't know how useful it's going to be here, especially on this first point. Unless you want to quickly make rotations, I would much rather have the Mercy here, even if it's just for Pop-Tart or just for Richon or for both. But we will see. And the one switch coming out from the side of Stardust is Ant switching off of that D.Va to the Zarya.
Ridge is going to be by himself, no pocket, so they're going
No
to
pocket at all.
immediately heal him up, but...
So we'll take this low ground and rotate to a low point just to get W19 off this high ground. The gravity on the far though, still doing a bit, and a lot of damage coming in. Dash and pockets open for fight with 2 DPS. Maybe they'll pick up a couple. We'll find Strife and Magic coming out from that, and maybe another pick, this time the Pound and Hawkins. So 3 down on the side of Diving Phoenix here, and it's going to be just a slow game and maybe a get in, get out type situation for Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, Ravi's going to get out. They ended up picking both of those hit scan off early, but Bambi got some big picks on the ground afterwards, and they weren't able to do anything otherwise. I thought once they got those 2 DPS out of here, it would be, you know, just cleanup for Ravity, but he's going to build up to an ult soon. Bambi's probably going to get the first big ult with the Shatter. Yeah, he already has it. They're going to fight over here on the high ground.
Some tiny Overwatch maybe in this corner as the Window and Nano and Barrage coming out on each side as well.
Here comes the Ravity.
The Window coming out, and maybe finds a big Fire Strike pick through the Window. Strife though is too powerful with the Nano. Finds a couple, so much damage coming out from these tanks. A lot of healing coming out on the side of Mag and Insane to get them through that corner. And I think that's going to be it for this first point. Oof.
Yep, eventually gets the Ridge. Hasn't even built up to the Bob yet, so... Pop-Tart's going to switch over into the Sombra as well, see if that can help anything. There's some, again, big ults coming up from the side of Stardust, and they seem to really be good at building up those ults and just holding them for, you know, good fights. And here comes the nice Shatter.
Coming out, and then nice ENT. A lot of damage coming in, probably one lone pick on your Ravity, but the red's coming out from Mag. The dupe might have been a little unnecessary, but a lot of damage coming in. That was a big pick from Dash onto Bambi to really find them out of this fight as well.
Wow, Ant just lobbed a secondary fire and got Pop-Tart Sombra out of Invis. In the end of that, just like spamming. That was nice to see. It was, yeah, it may have been a little too much overinvestment. I think I'm fine with it. It gave him some extra space with the extra Reinhardt, especially after a big shatter from Bambi to start off the fight. So, and they only don't risk too much. Here comes the Grav coming out onto Strife.
We'll find Strife though with a lot of damage coming in from Richon. We'll find another pick on to Dash as well with the bomb, no res coming afterwards, but still a lot of damage coming out from John and Ridge, and Steph gets some damage done fragging out, finds the pick onto Mag. Ridge picking up 4 final blows at the end of this fight.
Yeah, it was a nice early grab over onto Strife by John Hawk, pins him at the corner. They also got Dash, who's actually going to switch off of the Echo this time now, back onto the McCree that we saw in the first map, but they had the res Dash. They're not able to save Strife, and that was a team fight after that. And Uravi gets the early pick.
That's a huge pick. Just going to be Steph on the Ocean Hills by themselves. Strife does get hacked, but a nice bubble coming out from Hawkins. Shatter not able to find anybody though, and the Uravi and the EMP coming out, a big EMP from Pop-Tart. Damage going to have to come out. Steph will have to beat. Make sure everybody stays up in this fight. The Shatter solo finds John, and a Nano coming out onto Strife. So it's Strife versus the world. Will stand there menacingly as Uravi does get the last couple picks with Ant Hopkins on Steph and Bambi respectively. But
yeah, that's
just a couple ults here, a lot of ults, and we'll take a second.
A lot of ults from both sides. The EMP came out, Shatters came out, Graz came out. Oh, a nice sleep into Pop-Tart that can't capitalize on it. I'm really liking Insane's Ana so far. They had a nice anti at the last map, a nice sleep onto Pop, and doing their job over on the point. An early window from that.
Steph though finds another pick, the final blow on the Dash. A lot of damage down here on the side, on the ground. But then Hopkins though evens it up, another support taken out this time. Red Shot evens it up Strife finds another pick, baby. This is an even fight, 4-on-4. I think Stardust will decide to crawl back out. Pop-Tart might get picked off with this and fade away. We'll play off this right side. Mega also has another EMP coming up. The hack coming out onto your avenue. Stuck on the ground. We'll get to that many. As Stardust Crusader picking up on a lot of ults here. The Shatter, the Grab, the Deadeye, the Barrage, and the Valve coming in very, very soon with a lot of stuff. EMP, Grab, Shatter, and Bob coming into play. More time in minutes. Let's see who can the most value out of these ults and what we can do it first. Shatter coming out. We'll find John Hawk as the hack comes out onto your avenue. Able to follow off the Grab, getting a couple. Nice grenade from City, alive, and the Grab Barrage. Able to find John Hawk at the EMP in the back. Might have popped it, able to find a few, but it's still too little, too late. Strife with a lot of help to find Bambi, a little bit of help to find that, and by themselves finding steps. So a 3K for Strife. Will sleep hit, charge Bob. Hit this middle boy off my point. Close, Richard though. Able to get the touch off the coach gun and the inside, but a lot of stuns coming in. Big stun to stop that Bambi pile drive, but a lot of picks still in the red. Coming in favor, so the beat coming out from Steph. Let's keep everybody stabilized as long as possible. Steph, Nat, Bambi behind point, trying to harass. We'll find Steph, we'll find Dash. A lot of ults being built up once again. Dash coming up with that Deadeye. 59 and points one, and there it is.
They can't get back on. I wonder, Pop-Tart had EMP and they grabbed them there. There's 5 on it, and then they wait so long to do the EMP that allows Gravity to get the barrage off in the grab. It ends up getting a pick with it. I think they just took a little too long with using that EMP, and then afterwards it's just going to have to be Stagger City and hope that you can eventually start getting the picks. And they almost did, but it was just too little too late, and then Ridge not able to stay on with the Tracer in the end. Allows him to get with a respectable time of 145 over on Nubani. So now it's going to be DP's turn to respond and see if they can get anything on their attack.
Ready for battle.
Looks like both teams will be staying on this brawl. Stardust Crusaders more so. I mean, W19 still have the time to switch, but we'll running a very similar comp actually here. Ryan Zarya, the Creed, Junk, that Junk again. So good here on this first point. I will reiterate that before the pause in the DC. But we'll stick on this Mercy map now, so you're able to get a little bit of help on the Ashe here.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on with each side. If they want to take the high ground, if they want to take the lower ground, like Stardust did, we will just have to wait and see which brawl mirror reigns supreme.
We'll see what happens. I almost think that like switch off of the Junk kind of did them a little disservice. I know they wanted the Ashe for potentially the double bird, but they gave her no pocket. They left her by herself, and then, you know, there's not much you can really do trying to go against both of those birds in the start. So they're going to actually go underneath. A full rotation from everyone.
We'll take the stairs as well. Take this high ground away from the Pop-Tart. Quickly though gets a pick onto Dash. So a big damage pick down here. Gravity though, we'll try to even it up with a pick on the Bambi. So not a lot of space to be granted. John Hawk will find Mag right after the press gets off. But a boom from Steph finds Ann Hopkins. John finding another pick, this time on Strife. Dash gets a last second pick on Steph. Gravity. This might actually work out. It's going to be 3-on-3 here. The field coming out from Insane. West needs to stay on point. Dash will drop down to find Nat, who has the tire already. He's going to get picked off, though. Not enough. 1 point to contest for Stardust.
These fights are crazy chaotic from both sides, and no one's going to be able to catch. What?
Dash is able to get away as well, so they're all back to full strength. The tire coming out from Dash. He's going to find 3!
Oh my god.
What a hero res from Mag to get that playoff. Able to get Dash back alive at the big 3K. The spoils of victory. Able to get that tire off, just the icing on the top of the cake here, folks.
The fight was crazy chaotic. They've actually already used the Immortality Field, by the way. But this fight was crazy chaotic. At first it looked like DP was going to take it because of respawns, but once their respawns came in, you know, they weren't able to hold on to it. Maggots, and she respawns, they're able to get Dash up, and then the 3K Riptire just to finish it off. A little too chaotic from both sides, and it ends up working, I guess, on the side of the defense.
Top rope shatter finds no one, unfortunately, like number 6 like the ambition. Bob and Tyra coming out from each side, only able to find each other's immortality moves. Maybe they'll will find Strife. Shatter coming up there, so he's going insane. We'll pop this window on point, but a lot of damage coming in from Bridgeshot. It's gonna be up Strife, it's gonna be Mag Dragon on point, and Urabi is looking pretty free up here. Will able to do a lot of damage here. He gets picked off by Pop though. Finds the hit scan counterpart and the second DPS. And Steph with the boot onto Mag Dragon. So the Fragger, Steph, able to get a lot of value from these picks, and the fight closed out seemingly every single one.
Yeah, cleaner fights this time from DP if they're able to take it again. They're going to be coming over big ults. Rafi again switching onto that favorite May of his. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if it again on this map, but at least on point 2 when you have the high ground, but it can always work. Get some good walls. The wall's out early here this time though.
Shatter coming out, and it's big, and they're gonna have to follow up, and it's gonna be a lot of damage done. Knack gets picked off though from Dash from behind. Wolves with that tire the entire time. People will pick on Insane, and Dash gonna find a second one. Finding people will get picked off with Richard and Steph each getting picked. Once again, it seems like the Steph pick simply ending the fight as the late stagger coming on. Not just Stripe, but Mag is gonna get picked off late. But
they're not pushing cart. Now the respawns get it. Not ideal when your respawns are the one coming back to push the cart for you.
Nat coming up from behind to get that cart progress. But I think with those staggers coming out, I don't think it was going to be enough, as they have another full recontest here from Stardust Crusaders.
Exactly, yeah, that gets them the full recontest here on the last point. It's notoriously a tough point to recontest on as well, but if you can get your full 6 and you hold it,
Richard's behind them with a tire! We'll find the field and Dash and picks up a second on Am Hawkins.
The shatter is huge, but
insane shatter from Strife, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. A lot of damage on point here.
Gravity was a crazy stall.
Wolf able to get your Gravity. Long stall.
Hey, that can really work out, especially because, like I was saying, this third point is very different, and if you can hold it here on this turn, on either one of these turns, it is very hard to recontest. So that hold, and here comes again another early window, and even an early field.
Just trying to maybe kill sometimes, so will be the only person on point, but they will willing to back up. The next thing after me is just the wall here to kill some time. Forward push and rotate. Big grab with a big B and a tire and the Deadeye. Able to find Strap. Deadeye not able to find anyone just yet. Winning it out. Finds 2 here. Finds Nat and Pop-Tart. So a lot of healing, a lot of damage down.
Mag with another res.
On that Hawkins. Reach up. Just as the res was going up. Hit on Insane. Blizzard coming out. We'll be able to find Steph. We'll be able to find Bambi. The picks have to come out though because of it. Eventually, but John Hawk though gets a last second pick with Ridge. Wait, Ridge behind them the entire time doing a bunch of damage. They may be able to contest this as 2 more people now coming on the side of Stardust.
John.
It's John.
He's got 3 of them.
John and Ridge doing so much damage together, and will fall finally, and the menace is finally down, but a lot more people on card here for Stardust. 4 people on point for Phoenix, but Dash doing a big pick, getting Nat once again. And Gravity finds a big headshot on the Pop-Tart. Looks like they're gonna be able to contest this.
Yeah, I think that DP wanted the full recontest, and then, like you said, John and Ridge kind of started getting picks on their own, so they started pushing before everyone was back. And then, you know, both of them end up going down, and like it's only 4 in the cart, and the respawns for the defense is so much better here on third point Numbani, and it's going to be another early window, but the good wall, they're going to have to break that.
These Junkrats both up top. Oh, Ridge will find Dash though. Big pick they're looking for. Here comes the grab in the field being used. The tire. A lot of damage being done. 4 already down on the side of Stardust Crusaders, and it's going to be Gravity getting picked up late, and it's going to be up to Mag to stall, maybe get a res off, whatever they have to do. Oh, they have no idea.
They have no idea.
They have no idea. Dash gets picked off, though. Tire. Oh, the shatter gets blocked by the bubble. and being able to get the charge on the Strife. Time makes it very similar, though. Well, a minute underneath, though, for Diamond Phoenix to take here. Insane, Uravity, and Hopkins. Uravity with a big pick here, playing out once again. These first picks on now. Optic will pop the Deadeye way down to the tire, though. He gets picked off. It pops it up. Bridge though with another pick. Summon Gravity. Bridge is an absolute terror for Stardust Crusaders and John Hawk to boot. So much support coming out of these two, but a good stall coming out from Stardust Crusaders. Getting the 30 seconds of the beat coming out from Steph. It was as long as possible. Another tire coming out from Rich Hunt. It was quite insane. The Blizzard coming out. Not going to go to touch. Gets booped into the air. What a boop. Able to launch Gravity in the block. Not able to touch, but a good stall from Stardust. They're going to have 2:22 to push with Fix only having that 60 seconds, that 1 minute to get something going here.
I think if Steph doesn't get that boof onto a Gravity, that's going to allow even more respawns to come back, and probably even if they're able to cap it, DVP's able to cap it, it might have just been in overtime, and at that point you're only playing for a draw. So that is a massive boop. The fight was just going on for forever. Like we said, they didn't notice Mag for a while there. That allows even more respawns to come in. It was a great stagger and a great stall from the side of Stardust Crusaders, and they're going to have 2:22 on their time ping compared to just a minute on this attack for DP, and they're actually going to be coming. No Farah. They're going to do this pretty much the same thing that they did on the first attack. Actually, just pretty much just the same attack and defense for both sides.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess, for this first point. Yeah, the Junk and Ash with this Mercy Pocket from Mag, it's going to have to do a lot of work. This first point, they didn't have to build
Mag is so slippery. Oh my gosh. Like,
what in the nicest way possible. What a little snake. What a little rat.
Right?
God, I love it.
Alright, let's see what they're coming out with. I'm assuming
the
early pick. Probably a trap of some sort.
The junk duels have been something to witness here, and I think with that much damage,
they're gonna have just one fight now.
Yeah, they have to wait. They just have to wait here. Never Finn's gonna stay on this low ground, but a big dynamite, and Uravity and Dash can just start building ults here.
Yeah, they're gonna have just
Dash
one fight.
Underneath as well, looking to meet them down there, but they will go down main. The Jubate coming out from W19 Phoenix, they will run it down mid. So this first pick though, and Dash gonna get dangerous low. Name's gonna get dangerous low as well. The
both them
out from both sides. Both fields down. All you to get the throwables. Dash once again finds the counterpart on Junk first, but a nice pin from Strife. This could be the picks that Stardust is looking for here. A lot of damage down. Popped out. Able to find Strife though, but it's just be on point here. It's getting close. Insane finds the counterpart. Some support on support action here in the res from Mag. I don't think it's going to be enough for anyone to face to touch it. It won't be.
Yeah, Dash kind of clutched up there for them and got Ridge Hunt early on. Again, before the fights even start, and then the moment the one fight that they're able to get starts, they're able to get that nice little pick over onto them, and that's so much damage that DP loses, and they're gonna lose that war of attrition over here on the 6v5. And now DP has to play for a draw and hold it for 2:22. That's gonna at least build ults from both sides. I mean, you're definitely getting ults from every member at this point, so gonna have to win probably around like 4 fights, depending on how they go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Oh, there it is. Will elect to run the double shield with the Bastion and the Bat. Let's see what Pop Tart picks. I wouldn't be surprised to see, that McCree, that CC, if they do decide just to run onto Ridge Hunt on the Bastion here. But Dash not going with the bird, kind of like a bird.
What are they gonna set up?
In the air, kind of like another Pharah, but they will run something very similar to what they ran at first offense.
From them, I'm setting up right here. Yeah. But Gravity, if they can, there's a lot of splash damage that can come out from both the Gravity and Dash on this. We'll see if the Rhinzari can get much value against this double shield. But if they can get enough splash damage, again, just build the ult. So you can just ult bomb this fight, and all you need is a tick. So they're gonna push it to the high ground. And the Pharaoh's
with
going to go on the
pharmacy.
coast, on the outside.
We'll do a bit of scouting here. I mean, they've
They
got
have to
time.
know, yeah.
Here it comes. The battle begins, and Pop-Tart quickly able to find Insane. Mag might be able to get that res off. She will. Again, time is a valuable resource in these Outsourced Crusaders, and they're gonna have to wait it out. Bridge Hunt finds Dash a lot of damage down once again here. It's that those first junk picks are so important for each team.
Yeah, they're not really able to get much out of it. Mag is pretty much the only one able to build any sort of ult, and we're already a minute in.
Gravity go behind them. Trying to build some ult charge and finds Nat. That's huge.
Can they res it? Or res the shield's kind of bad. There it is.
There's the fire strike though. Ult's coming online for both sides. Mag coming in with Falcon. Gravity closely behind her with the barrage and Ridge Hunt. It's gonna have that tank config with Nat a little bit behind them on the amplification.
They're so separate. These tanks are going to have to do something against it because they're all the way over here on the right. Here, they're going to start pushing in.
Dash running it down mid, gets picked off with a nice charge. Blocked by an even better gold. John Hawk Ridge finds 3, and I think that's going to be the fight. We'll take a quick nap for their hard work. Got a lot of damage coming out on the point. Both tanks down. The tank config. Whoa, fuck, Insane.
They need to reset and get back to the bunker, the rest of this team. If they can do something, yeah, Ant's going to switch over into the Diva. They're going to have a barrage, though. If they can get that on top of... Yeah, if they can get this on top of them, like, it's got to be the play. And then maybe a shatter afterwards.
I would try to have as many people touching and staying alive as possible from Stardust.
Fair's on the high ground. They're going all the way around.
Strife, Ant, Dash, and Insane.
Here he comes.
Pop-Tart in the window, but the barrage is big! 4 down on the side of Source Crusaders, and that's it! Just like that, one fight, one ult used to win it, and Stardust will take the 2-0 lead.
We called it. It was the only winning play that they had, and Gravity, you just see him walk all the way around. We're gonna see it right now. Just walk all the way around, go downstairs, and then eventually just pick it up. Here we go.
Just going for a quick little window shopping. Here's the Deadeye window, not enough to look at.
They needed to pay attention to the Pharaoh. That needed to be their first pick. But it is now 2-0 Stardust Crusaders, a great map as we moved into extra rounds on there. I believe, Brow, you again need to bring us back to lobby.
I want to see if I can get some voting. Here we go. People look at their medals, and then we'll go back to the lobby.
Yeah, let them see what they did. Perfect.
We will be switching sides. I do that by...
Make sure everything's on comp rules, by the way, so we don't have any
yes.
anything from us or DP with their switches, but...
Crusader... How do I do the switches again? Oh gosh. Move? Swap all. There we go.
Mm-hmm. You're learning, you're doing it.
I've done this before. It's
Yeah,
not like
don't
I've been
forget
doing
to...
this since literally season 1.
Don't forget to change specs as well.
Yeah, of course. A lot of specs to switch. You know, hey, I don't mind.
Hey, not from Stardust. They're nice to us today.
Glad Hanamura
And they are sticking with the same lineup, by the way, as well. So
it's gonna be just switching a lot of a lot of specs.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing what picks DP decides to go with.
And there's good play from DP in these things. We said, I think John is playing really well. Ridge at times has been popping off. Bambi looked good on the Rhine at times in that map, but it's just very consistent play from Stardust. Especially, I think, really it's been Mag as well as those 2 DPS, Dash and Gravity, are really having good games so far. So, you know, it's going to be neither reverse sweep, but if you're going to do reverse sweep, you got to take it one map at a time, and it's going to start on Hanamura, one of our 3 2CP maps that we play. So it's going to have to take it one map at a time.
Love 2CP. It is such a good game mode. Assault. You love to see it, really.
Yeah, it's Assault. Let's be real. We know the real name.
Put Assault in Assault. This is a tricky map. You know, you've seen a lot of people will call it cheese.
We just saw some cheese, and it almost worked.
It almost
saw
worked
we
for
saw why
2
it's played.
minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, we saw why it's played, but you're gonna have to keep an eye out for everyone and when you're playing it. And if you can get a nice flank and a nice ult onto it, it goes down in an instant if you can get it right.
We are just waiting for the picks and the swaps from DP. And like we said, they've got things to think about. They've got a lot of things they could try with the amount of players they have. We will see some changes. Bambi coming out, and Juju, Bad Juju 92, will be making their first appearance of the game.
Yeah, you usually see Juju playing a lot of Reinhardt from him, so we'll see what happens. Honey coming back in to play with Ridge Hunt, and then we're gonna see Nat and Kenny coming back in.
Kenny.
With Steph stepping out this round. We had a good Lucio, I thought. Like they played really well. Again, like I said, that boop onto Ravi I thought was clutch. But it's been a lot of just like clutch plays from a lot of Stardust Crusaders, but I really think like Dash, Ravity, and Mag are having really big games tonight so far.
Yeah, 100% agree. And I think the key to this DP round win and their potential reverse sweep is going to have to be in neutralizing those DPS. And when Mag goes in for reses like that, and you see her out of position, if she is ever make any small mistakes, to just jump on it. I think DP has to really capitalize and not spending too many resources and valuable people. Need one person, 2 people doing it. Team. So,
and I think they're gonna need some like good target prioritization, especially because these fights are getting very chaotic, and it's taking a lot of time for pretty much both sides to finish it up. But we're seeing it more from Stardust and like their ability to stall. We saw with Mag at the end there, with the Mercy stall. Obviously getting that res onto the Junkrat after they were stalling it for so long. So if you get some good target prioritization, get the main picks, you know, they can win Hanamura and then go from there. Alright, we have that. Let me see when they're ready.
We have the ready from Stardust. Just waiting on that ready from DP as they go into the
they're ready.
And they're ready. All right. We're good to go. Map 3. Potential deciding map in this series.
Traveling to Hanamura.
And if you're DP, this is where it has to start because your season is potentially on the line here.
Yeah, especially like we said with another tough matchup coming next week with White Walkers. It is a tough end to the schedule, and there's some teams who are ready and nipping at the bits to come at them with, like we said, KO, Taters, and Pizza Planet. Yeah, especially with some of those teams looking very improved with some new pickups. They are nipping at the heels of DP right now.
Looks like Stardust will be going with this defense that we saw on Numbani with the Ryan Zarya, the Junk Ash with this Mercy map. So the pocket for Mag and Uravity, these two working so well together so far, with Dash seemingly able to get with whatever they want, and Insane has been so solid on that main support on that map so far, and on it as well. Some big grenades, some nice nanas to engage in fights. And still waiting for a couple picks from DP. We'll look at Ryan May, the Lucio Bap, trying to see the Rich Hunt will be going with the Kree. A lot of damage coming out, and John will be going with the Winstons. The double honest main tank, we really only see this from Diving Phoenix.
Yeah.
And it works. It's
I know.
It's the key thing, and it works.
Like I said, I think John just kind of like forces it to work by being, kind of like pretty proficient with the Winston.
Kind of a freak.
He's one of the better ones out there. And an early pick from Ridge.
Quick.
Should get res.
I believe Mag. This is the thing. Mag out of
they stopped it.
So they're down a bunch of damage here. It's going to be down to your Dash and Honey Biscuits quickly finds a pick on Stripe, so 2 on the side. Rich finds second, this time onto Insane, and a third on the dash as the DPS doing a lot of work here. For Devin Phoenix is that closes it out with the pick on Ian Hopkins.
Yeah, it's like they almost like use like John. Obviously, he's a great off tank we were talking about earlier. They kind of use him as just like another off tank in this like brawl style, and we're seeing it a little bit in like some pro meta with like more of a brawl or just like a dive with like a Lucio and a Moira to there, just to, like brawl it out instead. And he's also got a lot of cleave damage and just finishing it up. And of course, Ridge getting early picks is gonna help. Oh.
That's the
dash another pick.
From Ivani opens it up here with a pick on the Kenny. The field down here already from Insane, but I'm going to have to slow it down with no speed to really push on this top right high grounds. As Gravity finds John Hawk, yeah, just like that. Like there.
And they're going to have to reset.
Ooh, Hunt's going to get low. We'll get out very closely. We'll stay in the ice block to cocoon away, get that quick little heal and that beauty sleep. While they decide to regroup here, it's either going to stick with this top right push.
They're going to have to worry about dashes, Riptire, I think. Let's see if the Nat can like negate it with the immortality or something, but I think that's the big ult coming from.
The Deadeye Rishon though able to find Gravity. The big first pick is Juju finds 2. The Shatter coming out, finding a couple. Juju doing a lot of work here. The double on his main tank, working prolifically, and there's the first time we've heard it today. The bell being rung. It's a team fight, and this one's over.
Ooh, the wall! What a nice.
37.
That was great from the side of DP, and exactly what I said. The Nat had a great immortality. It pretty much negates dashes, Riptire, and then they're able to get just one pick with the Deadeye, and then from there they just clean it up. They use the rest of their ults that they're building up in there and get the team kill. And great time bank on this map, 437. It is a map that you can see a little bit of a snowball, so it's not uncommon to get a big time bank here, but take nothing away from DP. That was much cleaner, very good from them, and exactly what you need when you're trying to start a reverse sweep.
Yeah, anytime you can add extra time to the default timer, adding 37 seconds to a timer that's already 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty insane. kind of wanted to speed run this, one of the get in, get out, get out.
John's sticking with it.
Attackers incoming.
Might as well.
I want to see how well it works on this defensive one. I think the Winston's really good attacking wise, but I think getting in and getting out of this first point in particular is going to be a little more difficult, but they will stick with it. Honey will stick on the Mei with Ridge on the Junk and the Lucio Vap on the side of Devin Phoenix, but the Rhines are a little more traditional with what we saw them do on that first point, that last attack for Stardust on the Rhine Zarya, the Junk Pharah, and the Mercy Ana. So it's going to be down to not just Mag, but I think it's Insane to really keep everybody alive, because this onslaught can be difficult. It's going to be tough to figure out, and I think the anti-grenade is going to be really big if they want to win this and win this quickly, as Devin Phoenix did.
And yeah, you can see John get some cleave damage in.
Nice air shots though, able to find Gravity a couple times. Ant's gonna get damage slow back. We'll get to half though. A lot of damage coming out on the side. Gravity by themselves on this window. And Richon finds the rest for Mag though. Once again, the Anti coming out onto Juju. Gets low, and the field coming out from Nat to really stop this push. And a nice wall from Honey to limit this damage. And John finds Stripe and Winston doing a lot of work here. The promo coming up very soon. Meet online in seconds with Nat already having the window. Kenny this time gets to pick up a frag onto Ian Hopkins, but Gravity, a little bit of redemption, some revenge, or their off tank finds Kenny instead. So big, I mean, no
Gravity's all the way behind.
Yeah, your Gravity will play pretty much from second point on this choke. Honey Biscuit will try to find them out though. No damage fall off on that Mei. The beat window and Primal online with the Shatter and Blizzard coming up very, very soon. The Shatter, Tire, Barrage, Valve, and Nano coming up on the side of Service Upstairs. It's going to be an alt barrage. We'll see how it goes. Juju though with a quick pick finding Mag. No I mean, you're already doing this with no help on the Pharah, and I think it's been epic. They've not been able to find a pick as Rich finds their counterpart. These junk battles have been legendary. Finds the pick on the dash, who got the tire online at that last second.
Gravity's still behind. Rich is like hunting them down. They have been going at it pretty much this entire round so far. Oh, and Gravity is the one who's able to get the better of him.
That's a big pick, though. Gravity's still behind.
They try to get around.
They're trying to find as they push in. Has the barrage online here. Will pop it. Find Juju. And the Nano Ryan will be big. Honey, though, finally gets that pick on the Gravity. Still kind of even. The res coming out gets canceled. John Hawk. The Primal stops the res. The Wolf again. Big Hawk. With the Shatter finding a couple. Strife will pick up those 2 kills on the Honey and Nat. And it's going to be just Kenny to stall as long as possible. It's not going to be enough. Richard will see what they can do. Will decide to get picked off by Dash. So, a lot of time wasted here. A lot of time
and a lot of
here.
ults used.
Yeah.
So not as much of a chance to snowball. They already have less of a time bank than Diving Phoenix did. Just like coming into that. That's insane. But they do cap it. Gravity is actually now going to switch from Tracer. Still figuring it out. I think they're going to go with the Reaper. But still big ults on the line. They still have Grab Tire. Those are some nice ults. They're gonna try for something here and probably rush onto the point.
The ult used there by Phoenix was that Primal. That's a huge wall from Honey to stop these two from coming in. It's the big 3. It's the main damage and both games. And Honey, because of that, will be able to find Strife and Rich with the tire. Will find Insane. If Mag goes for this res, it might be a little inopportune. There's a lot of damage still coming up on point. Hopkins will get picked up. It's going to be Dash on this top right with Gravity getting picked up on point. That's going to be Dash and Mag being able to get out. So, again, one alt use there. They're being able to get so much value out of these fights with using either no ults or one ults. That's what you gotta love to see.
Yeah, they actually use the window as well. But that's an ult that's gonna build pretty much like instantly. If you can get it's very easy to build up, and even then, using 2 ults when you're gonna still have like Blizzard, Shatter, and Beat still online, and not much on the side from Insane's actually gonna go to Lucio off of the Ana, but it's still like great play from them. And
another good fall from Honey once again to start the spike. Here comes the Blizzard. We'll find nobody able to split off, but Nat finds 2. Well, able to get picked off though by Gravity, but still so much damage coming in, and those 2 big pickers are the fight. Why Nat is gonna stop this fight before.
This time, there you go. Now just the 1 ult, because they really just used the Blizzard, and didn't even do much. It kind of just like zoned them separately, and Nat was able to get 2 early picks in that fight, and from there, now you're gonna have both tank ults still. You're going to have the Rip Tire again. You still have Beat. You have that window again already. That's going to be 5 ults and still just the Grav Tire. They're going to have Valk as well now, but, this is looking very nice from DP, and they're actually going to go under this time.
Rage is still able to do so much damage. Here comes the Tire. Can't be big here. They'll fill online. Insane gets picked off. Big Grav finding a couple on point, though, with Cheddar coming out, getting you around you. And a nice Tire. The field's still up though. We'll find that though. John Hawk will have to use this Primal to stall as long as possible. Juju gets the charge. I don't find anybody though. And Hawkins gets froze though, and Honey with the pick at the humongous pick. Magic getting picked off as well. Strife and Dash will see what they can do though, but it's gonna be slowly but surely Diving Phoenix to retake this point, not even having to give up a tick either.
Yeah, they used their Grav Tire this time, and the Immortality, it takes so long, he has to wait. He ends up just getting Nat from the Tire, and it's just not enough, especially with the early pick already onto Insane. And, defensive spawn on this map is very good. And now they're down to just a minute. They're going to have Death Blossom, they're going to have a Shatter of their own, but they're coming into both, going against both support ults from DP. See if Kenny can get a nice beat off. The early window.
High ground, and Hopkins will get John off this right side high ground. Punctuate and move over. Rotate over to this bridge before going back up this high ground and kite back up that window and dash with a quick pick finds Ridge. John Hawk is behind them. The Blizzard coming out. Will be able to find Gravity. No! Finds Strife though. Gravity is still behind. It's going to get pinned. Further efforts though. Dash gets his other pick, this time on the Honey, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Actually, the coming up from the same may be it. There are 4 people up here, but the beat from Kenny, just to be able to counter it. Juju finds Dash, the Shatter, not able to find anybody, gets canceled. And offense kills them quickly. It's going to be the spawn advantage, though, on the side of that Phoenix, not having to give up a tick, even field coming out from Mag Track. He's going to set up when the window comes up. Bomb coming up, a lot of odds coming up. The Blossom, though, finds the field on both supports. The picks they're looking for Stardust Crusaders. Tire coming out from Dash, trying to finish this up. Juju's able to find Insane, though, but still, a lot of blow, a lot of Stardust Crusaders in this kill feed. Someone's going to be able to have the touch. It's going to be up to Kenny, who's able to get that touch. Beat not online with Assault as long as possible. And, oh, what a nice field from Nat. John Hawk coming out as well. Strive able to find both supports once again. Too much damage coming on point, but a nice wall from Honey Business. I mean, they've got the OT. They're not going to be able to win this game. They're not going to be able to draw and Strive picking up a few to end it, but 4:37 left on. What a defense from Diving.
Yeah, obviously, you know, Stardust can only draw, which isn't the worst for them. They draw, they win the match tonight. But that could have gone either way. The Riptire ended up getting canceled by Strife Shatter, and that allows Uravity to get the big Death Blossom off, and from there it's just like stalling it up. But again, that is a great defense from DP. They've at least guaranteed a draw here, which is not what they want, considering, again, they do need the win here to continue the reverse sweep. But they're going to have more time bank than they originally had just to get a tick on this last point. So it's going to need to be a pretty good defense from the side of Stardust Crusaders. And they're looking like they're going to go with the tried and true. I'd rather the BAP here. I'm not a big fan of Lucio Mercy brawl style. I knew we see it a lot, especially in Tier 3. I'm not the biggest of fans of it. I'd rather the BAP here. And we can see if Uravity gets, you know, another nice couple blizzards, some headshots and freezes, but they're actually going to see Rich is going to go the Sim, so they're going to try to just TP onto there and then have the Sim and Mate brawl it out, and hopefully they can outbrawl. I think it's probably going to come down to Dash versus Rich then, because everything else is the same otherwise. And that's what we've been seeing a lot tonight, Dash versus Ridge.
Yeah, it's shockingly enough, it is a DPS duel tonight.
Oh.
Gravity! Who gives a whistle?
Okay.
Coming out of spawn, I think what Kenny may switch to the Mercy, try to res. No, we'll just stick on. We'll just wait it out. They have a lot of time. More time than
well, they know the Sim is coming because they can see the, you know, the heroes now. They're gonna go to the right side of point.
Right side of point with this quick rotation from Stardust to take this point back, and Dash quickly finds Nat another first pick on the Nat. That's pretty much gonna be the loss as Dash finds 2 more, picks up a 4th. Dash is on a running riot, finds the 4K. We'll have the tire online for this fight as well. Ridge will just jump off of the map, tactically reset here. Tire online for Dash.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And they're going to switch it up. They're going to go back to that Winston Rhine. They're going to go for the Pharmacy now. Just get some win conditions. Again, you have so much time left on the bank. You can build some ults up here. You have a Blizzard eventually. You'll have the Shatter eventually, and eventually a Barrage if they stick with it. So, and the wall.
Will get countered out. John Hawk will try to bait it out, and successfully play out this choke.
Kenny's around.
Picked off. A double on his main tank. No res online here. A lot of space being taken by Diamond. Tire from behind. Dash though, but a nice field. Nat is sick of dying to Dash, but it will do it anyway. 2 down though on the side of Crusaders. They get a 3rd red shot. The switch to far has been big, and Juju running big on Ian Hopkins.
Oh, no, what a nice wall.
The wall might be enough. You're having a Mag Dragon. That's going to get picked off though. It's going to be just Gravity on point. No Blizzard online, and Strife behind them. And sent to this Shatter, but a nice wall. Ryan will stop it, and the Blizzard right behind it. That might be enough space taken. The Ridge on Ra's not able to find anyone trying to get Ian Hopkins on that ball. That switch to be insane. Strife on point at the moment. The pin coming in. Not able to find anybody. Another nice wall from Honey. Juju will charge off the map though. 2 are down. And able to find the pick on Ian Hopkins with the rest coming up from Nat, but the beat coming up from Insane couldn't be enough. A lot of sustain here. Dash getting the pick on the Ridge Hunt. Nice freeze, but it's not enough. You're out switching to Trace to pick on Honey. Now he'll get the field here. Field is spooked off. Might have hit a wall, bounce back to
Wow. Oh, the primal?
shot on. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't think my eyes or my brain like it. Gravity picks up 3 on this last fight. This long fight, 2.5 minutes off the clock. Gravity's picked off 4. I don't know what's going on, but I know that Stardust has figured this out, and they've killed pretty much 3
Gravity was. I thought he was going to get caught out here. He gets a great wall eventually just to, like, keep himself safe after and cuts off Ridge Hunt so he can't kill him. He gets into the corner. Honey Biscuits lose him, allows him to stall out. The rest of the spawns come in, and then it's just they're not able to finish it off. It was a bad as well barrage from Ridge Hunt. He just kind of wasted it thinking it was over.
Pulse gets stuck. It's gonna be Juju here by themselves. The field coming out nice to get to the work and hold Marcus choke, but they go to the fifth once again by Nat. They've got a minute here. They've got to figure out something. There's a lot of ults coming out on the side of Stardust Crusaders, but just to shatter the window, the barrage of the blizzard, they've got to figure out something. That means Phoenix has 55 seconds. Nice wall. It's gonna be not enough to shatter, and the mines and the barrage. It could be enough. Both supports down. The Deadeye coming out from Dash, not able to find anybody. Gravity and Sharp though doing what they can. Sharp picks up the second 3 are down. The blizzard coming out from Honey. Sharp gets picked off. It's gonna be Ant, it's gonna be Gravity, it's gonna be Dash getting picked off though. And with the boot pick on the Honey though, the wall down, the ice down, the ice queen dead as a doorknob here.
They don't kill the ball or anything.
Forward back going, these have to die! If your diamond finishes, the pick you're looking for, Rich Hunt will find Insane here. And Hawkins stalling like a mad lad. Be able to get the pick on the Mag though, quickly. Stick comes out, not able to finish off Juju though. That, if the window popped up, will get picked off by Hopkins, and Hopkins has to die. He's staying on as long as possible. We'll get the pigs, trying to find Kenny, and finally, 4 minutes, 40 seconds later, Diving Phoenix will take Hanamura, map 3, and make this game a 2-1 score.
Whoa, that was. I love the googly eyes. Again, that was. Some sort of Gravity and Ant were just staying alive.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Okay, that was an interesting play. I don't know what happened on that instance. But we have a game. It is 2-1 now. The reverse sweep dream still alive. We're going to go on to Route 66. Whew. I'm sweating from that.
I don't know what's going on.
That
it's nuts.
Oh my god!
It's a game. It's a Cloud Fiesta, folks. This is a potential playoff matchup. Think about that.
Yeah, can we see this again? Like, I need to.
Oh, good God in the heaven! All right.
Get the swaps in. Let's take a moment to breathe. Everyone catch their breath from that. Yeah, drink some water.
Bio break. Switching on to root. Setenta y seis. I don't know how to say root in Spanish, so. Hey Siri, how do you say route in Spanish? I think she's gonna say root, like R-O-T. Ruta. Who'd have thought? Just put an A on
We have Sai coming back in for Insane, so that's pretty much the only switch that they're gonna have all night tonight. Either Insane or Sai. They're gonna have Sai. I'm assuming he's probably gonna go back onto the Lucio. He plays a bunch of stuff. We've seen him again for years now, for seasons now, and just playing whatever. But I'm assuming he's pretty much been playing the Lucio this season. But we'll see what sort of switches we have. Actually, we're gonna see no swaps from DP. I think they like what they saw in that last one. They're gonna just stick with it, and I don't really blame them, especially on that first attack. And we'll see how it goes. They're gonna obviously be defending first this time. I guess are you all set on your end? I'll ask him for the readies.
Yes. DP is blue. SDC is red. Cydonia for Insane's the only swap. We are playing Route 66 for competitive rolls on.
Nice.
It's 2-2-2 roll lock. No goats or triple deeps or quad tank that we'll be seeing at the moment. We have the ready from Stardust Crusaders, and we're just gonna wait. Oh, I'm gonna vomit real quick from this diving Phoenix ready. McDonald's is bad food, everyone. I don't know if you all know this, but McDonald's, that little hamburger chain, they make some yucky food that we put into our stomachs. Like,
But it
goblins.
tastes good, and
Chicken
I
sandwiches,
like the
pretty yummy.
chicken. Yeah, give me some chicken nuggies.
Dude, as someone who thinks that the Popeye's chicken sandwich is the best fast food item ever invented, for
It's up there.
McDonald's to put this crappy little
Oh, it's so
spicy
gross.
mayo their
It's
spicy
so
their crappy
weird.
spicy mayos, their hot pickles, and their little chicken patty on this little ass bun when Popeyes is running with a beautiful buttered brioche bun. Very salty, tangy, crunchy pickles, that spicy mayo, and that big chicken fillet. This is not a hashtag ad, but
Yeah, we're
for
not
people
sponsored, but come through.
If I
They're
was
ready, by the
sponsored
way.
damn. If I was sponsored by Popeyes, golly,
Traveling to Route 66.
McDonald's should be ashamed of themselves. Is what I should say. What I'm saying. Ronald, he's a fool, senile old man.
Initiate route match.
I love Route 66. I'm so sad we don't get to play on this rotation, bro.
Hey,
Obviously,
congrats on the
that's
4-0 win this week, bud.
Yeah, it was a tough one, It is what it is, but I love Route 66. I love pretty much all of the maps that we've seen tonight, and this is pretty much a classic Overwatch map. This is actually probably the first map that I ever played on here, and so to me, this is what I always envision Overwatch as.
This is an American map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boys, can't go to W.
We're gonna see. No, I thought John was gonna play Sigma. Oh, sad. He's gonna go with the
I think
Zarya.
John Sigma is pretty goated on the sticks. I think it's
Hot
his best
take.
tier. That's
John
what I'm saying.
Hawk is good.
Hey, who would have thought?
Who would have thought John Hawk? That guy's pretty good at the game.
30-time MVP.
Yeah.
Good.
We're gonna see Zen Moira from Mag Inside, the double hit scan, and then
Zen here, but
yeah, Zen, best hero in the game. But
we'll see though. The Ryan Diva, the Ash McCree, and the Zen Moira versus the Ryan Zarya, the Ash Hanzo. Rich on taking the Hanzo, the signature hero for them with the Ana, the Mercy map.
Rich's Hanzo is legit. He can
absolutely.
play with the best of them.
He's a freak of a projectile. Nice strike. Coming out from the strife. It will play by this one corner, see what you can do. Richard, though, will take that high
There
ground
it
move
is.
by Nash almost immediately off the end, though, with the even up on Juju. As Mag swagging out, fragging out, finds Richard. As Strife cancels the res onto Kenny, so it looks like a lot of Stardust here for this first portion.
They try to get the Immort onto Bad Juju, and he dies right before it lands, and then they try to res him, I think, within it as well, and then the Immort goes out right as Kenny starts his res, and it was just a wrap there, as well as Mag getting a big pick onto Ridge.
I love this little push right here from Stardust Crusaders, as Mag was able to push card by themselves, as the rest of Stardust can take the point here, take control of the slide on the corner. Honeywell able to find that lone pick on Uravi, but I don't think that's going to be left unless Ridge and Uravi decide to kill. Nope, Ridge will get picked off by Strife. The Shatter and the Bomb now online with the Koa and Transcendence very closely approaching. Just Dragons on the side of Diving Phoenix with the window coming soon as Stars Crusaders pretty much 1.5 fight will take this first point here.
Yeah, it's kind of just like you said, another half fight, because they kind of like staggered themselves out with the little push in there, but big ult as well coming on the line. They're going to have trans for whatever. Rich is actually going to switch to the other Shimada brother and go Genji. Okay, what's that bit?
Sean's going to get low! A nice Koa to engage your critical on his spade. This field use, and the bomb is going to be big because of it. Big pick down here. Now going to get picked off for the kill. Also support. will not be able to get up the res. It's pushing up super aggressively here.
Yeah, they're gonna push up. They're gonna keep the supports back, mag back on the card, and just slowly but surely keep this thing chugging along. They haven't really like lost a fight at all. Oh, a nice pick from Dash onto Honey.
Now able to find a few in this back line, but a nice trance from Mag Dragon to really neutralize it as Bridge was trying to get on the high ground here, but gets picked off with a nice shatter though from Juju. The shatter back line from Strife, able to find Nat once again. Both supports down, Honey able to find 2. It's third. It's going to be 4-on-2 here, unfortunately. The bomb coming out from Honey. I don't know if that's going to be the play there as Ravi gets the astronaut pick here. It's going to be just Richard on point here. Bob gets picked off rather quickly, though. A lot of damage being done, and that's going to be second point just like that.
Yeah, they, like I said, they haven't really lost a fight yet. They used the grab, and that's, again, I thought so. John switches over back onto that Winston. I thought he should switch because any grab he's gonna get is gonna get negated by trance, and his trance is actually almost max trance is almost back. We're just not even gonna get a free blade against it. This is pretty insane from Maggie.
Mag is doing a lot of work. We will wait a little bit slow.
Oh
Strife does the picture
gosh,
looking
both
for
supports
here.
are early again.
And the pin coming out from Juju, but a nice stun there from Dash to cancel it. 2 picks, or 3 picks down here. These 3 are just.
They need to do something. This thing is just pushing along.
Gravity will push that bomb.
Oh my gosh.
Stay here that entire time. Gonna get the reds off though. The pick on to Kenny. And a nice charge from Juju. The trance. Deadeye, the bomb. Waddle's coming out, and they're all in favor, but a nice shatter. Not gonna be enough. It's 0.6 seconds. It's gonna be Honey, and it's gonna be 3 meds and 47 seconds on the clock for Stardust.
Yeah, Stardust kind of like never lost a fight there. That was very clean from them. Maggie, I thought on the Zen there was kind of popping, just building trance, and they actually almost like baited them. Like Ridge dashes in and then Mag pops her trance, like in thinking that, you know, Blade's coming, but the rest of the ults come out in turn before the trance comes out and before Ridge is able to pop it, like the Blade, once the trance is done. And there was just too many ults on the side from Stardust, and they couldn't really like match it otherwise. So it is a long time bank, but this is Escort. All you really need to do is just get it to the end. Doesn't matter if you make it into overtime, you'll get another round. Just go at your own pace and see what you can do. They're actually going to come out this time and they're again on the Genji. They're going to pretty much stick on everything except John is going to play the Diva and Nat will play the Ana with Kenny on BAP. And then we're going to see, I guess, the same exact thing except Mag and Sai are switching to the BAP Mercy instead of the Morizan. Not a combo you'll usually see, but it worked there. You know, Sai can keep everyone up and Mag can frag out.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off your point about playing at your own pace and just getting cart all the way there. We've all been there with comp games where it seems like you have all the time in the world, and then this other team pushes into OT, they have a minute, and you get steamrolled and push all the way to third point again, and you get mentally boom and you lose. So let's see if that minutes pull that energy back off. They're gonna have to figure things out, especially I think with you. I think the value of throwing ults away is it's been evident here.
Yeah, I think that you said don't get mentally boomed here. Like, try to keep it all together, especially if you're going for this reverse sweep. But we'll see what happens.
Quick first pick,
nice
and
pick from Ant.
will find Rage Hunt. No res online either here. Nat though very quickly approaching the nano boost. Kenny's gonna get low. We'll find our way back to full. Nice freeze from your round. We find shoot to the pin. Finds Zenobia though. That's a good first pick to field coming out from Kenny. Really push that Max. Not gonna get punished for this res though.
Every time, nobody punishes it.
Shatter. Block from Strife. Juju let it rip. The freeze coming out. Big antsy though. Be able to find Strife. That's gotta be your first priority. Will get picked off. Sonny gets the pick on the Strife and the D-Mech as well. That wasn't coming out to create a little bit of space. Sean will be the lone person frozen here as Juju pushed up past, and Oh, you've got to find Mag here, flying into your Rabbit to try to heal. Behind that will be able to get that technically that third pick on the dash here. Still the baby diva. And Hopkins will be back in back very, very soon.
Yeah, Gravity had like a really nice stall there. You know, gonna allow the rest of his team to get back, and he doesn't even die yet. And that's gonna allow, yeah, Juju just. They just kind of let Gravity live on the point, and Ant comes in.
Oh, that's huge! No field in play, Ant finds 3, and the Shatter from Stripe to really finish up some kills here. But a big bomb, that's all you're gonna need here, and Stardust Crusaders will stop this fight, stop this momentum, or they can get this first one.
That was a tough one. You know, they had the once Juju goes down, there's no way to block the Shatter, and they just a bomb over top, and then the Shatter comes in, and you're not going anywhere after that.
2 minutes down on the block here. They've got the Deadeye, they've got the Valk, they're gonna have the Blizzard and the window. Shatter. Here comes the Nano Blade, that's gonna be good. Bridge finds the field, will find Dash, and will find Side, so a lot of damage coming out from this Nano Blade. Mag once again,
another one.
Gravity finds Nat. Both supports down once again.
They're not
it's gonna be
killing a Gravity.
Johnny, it's Graves still able to find Gravity. The bomb coming out, maybe a little bias because the shield is up, but still finds Sidomia. It's gonna be Mag and Strife versus Will. The Mag will fall. Nice bid from Juju, but a better stun from Dash finds. Oh gosh, so much going on.
Breathe, buddy.
Dash falls, the D-Mac coming out, Gravity
Gravity still has not died. Like, they are just like, he's just come back, I feel like he's forever alive. They need to be able to clean up these fights, I think, a little bit quicker. They're just, Stardust's best trait tonight has been their ability to stall and stagger out these fights, so it allows them to get better recontests later on, and it is, like I said, been their best ability tonight, and why they're already going to have like a bit, even if they cap, they will have a better time bank, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with this, it's these staggers and not being able to finish kills in time. It's going to be 5 people here now that you have me join them. It's going to be a full 6-on-6. John will get frozen, though. Will push his high ground by themselves. Almost pretty dumb. Yet, the Deadeye and Blizzard still online with Stardust with another Nano Blade coming up soon, with the window and the bomb coming out for Nat and Phoenix. So it's going to be the Ulticom BC. Again, it's going to have to come down to the comps.
Early window.
Oh. Another nice wall from Gravity to stop that fire from coming in. They almost to kite back for this bar. And Blade. The Blizzard gets eaten by John! That's a huge play. Ridge is still in the back, right able to get both supports in the field. Deadeye able to find John Hogg, but the baby, the child, able to get that Glock kill onto Dash. So it's going to be Strife and Ant here. Legit people on point. You got to get 3 on, or you got to push this. You can't let them get out here.
Yeah, they're going to have to at least get one of these tanks, I think. I think they're still going to get it anyway, just based off of...
No way! Please kill Ant Hopkins! They're going to not tunnel.
They get the recontest.
And Ant's got grab here. Dash kills Nat. The field coming out. Perfect time from the side to stop this damage. And Ant picks up 2 because of it. You've got to focus these kills. Strife able to find a pick on the Kenny. The Bob coming out to stall for as long as possible. But Mag with the Valk. Able to get another kill this time on a Honey.
Again, Gravity stalled out the cart. Both Ant and Strife live after Rich's big blade. They're not able to punish either one of those because of that stall. They have to finish the fight on the cart with Gravity. And then the recontest comes in, like you said, at .06. Like at the last possible second, they come in. And now they're going to have a fight here at the end.
Yeah, they use 4 ults there too. They're going to have to bomb in the shadow. They're going to have to start one off that with the Nano and the window coming up soon. But a nice freeze from Gravity once again finds Ridge. Big DPS down here, the window, the tire, the grab, and the Blizzard once again coming. And Dash on the top rope will get the pick off the line and we'll pop that tire. We're going to go back ways and find Nat. So again, it's 40 seconds left and two are down, but it's going to be enough. 2 big picks.
Oh, Juju gets walled. John trying to
nice
save him.
Oh, it's going to get
pays
picked
for
off
his mech.
because of it with the bomb. John has to.
John, you got to reset. Yeah, you got to reset, bud. Yeah.
It just gets clotheslined. Finds that big boot from Gravity. It's
They might have to. They're gonna have to do this fight without John. They're gonna have to start the fight at least without John, I think.
See if they can get that field out.
Can they get the? They're gonna just give it early to him. Hope he can get a blade.
Out Shatter, big from Juju from behind, and then hit a blade late. Able to find two in the field. Will get picked off after it though, but that could be the picks they're looking for. No Shatter, no May. It could be big. John Hawkins pick on side of them. Hez once again from Mag. Look behind you, lads. And Juju will get it done as the pick on Mag. Dash gets picked off. It's going to be Ant and Strife. Once again, these two going to have to get picked off from them. Well, Ant falls first. Nice Ant here. The Shatter from 3. John trying to stall. Oh, gets the pick on Gravity before he can even touch the bridge.
That's what they need. They needed to get someone like Gravity before he's able to stall it. It may not have done anything, but they need to start getting to that mindset. That was not the best Shatter from Strife, but it was a great nano from Nat, especially before Ridge is able to build up his blade. He was like almost like 25 away from it or something like that, but he's able to build it. They get a nice Shatter from behind, and then the blade gets the picks once he's finally able to build it up with the increased damage.
About a minute here though. They got the bomb, they got the window, but the most important thing here is gonna be that bomb. If they able to get that filled up from side quick enough, the bomb can be absolutely massive to get this layer, this third point. Grab window, grab Falcon, tire his dash. Once again, open up the fight. Here comes the bomb. No field though, and a window still able to find side. He's gonna charge in, gets frozen, and there goes the nano. Gotta find Mag first, not able to find them. John with the pick on the Strife though. Still in the back line. John doing a lot of work on the South Korea. The 19-year-old Gravity once again gets someone. Honey Biscuit Bridge able to get a couple though. Both supports down. They have 24 seconds here left on the clock to push all the way. Gravity once again finds Ridge. They have the Blizzard now.
Gravity's gonna ult.
Now here comes that Blizzard. Not able to eat it, and the Blizzard's gonna be big. Both tanks down. Nat gets picked up before the freeze even comes out. The D-Mech onto John.
Oh no.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Tower coming up from Dash. Coming down, and Bob's gonna get booped and walled off.
We're just a touch.
Away from it. Bob's not gonna be able to touch. Honey's
No,
gonna get booped away
Honey gets
and
booped.
picked off. And just like that, a huge first offense and a big defense, especially on that second point. And Stardust is gonna take this 3-1 win.
Yeah, that was really good from Stardust Crusaders. We said it throughout the map, but their stall throughout. This is actually when the recontest. Oh, what a nice Shatter. Oh, and he wakes up onto the trap. Oh, I feel so bad for Juju there. That sucks playing main tank. That was brutal. So good play. GG's to Stardust Crusaders. They win this one 3-1. It was a great game overall tonight, and we'll see if we can get some nominations and then some MVPs. I have some MVP ideas in my head, but we can wait until we hear some nominations from both sides. And so you can take us back to lobby.
3 seconds it'll go. I'll let these teams talk and think about, the MVP nominations. Well, yeah, I'm waiting to hear from the teams, obviously first, but I do have some stuff in mind already, and I think we're close enough to. I think we both have a lock already for a certain role.
Yeah, I have some locks in my head on what on who's gonna do it, but I do want to take into account what both the teams say. I think that is a big factor. Obviously, we can see things, and this goes out to everybody. I do think, when you're playing in the game, you certainly see things that we don't see. Obviously, we see things that all the players see, but I think actually being in the game is the best way to figure out, knowing who is the issue from the other side. So I like that introduction that we've added here in the Oasis League, but it was a great game tonight. We get the GGs in chat from everyone.
Yeah. It's good that a 1-3 loss is gonna put them at the -3 for their map record. I mean, Diving Phoenix at the moment is still locked in at that 7 seed. KO and Tater Tot still at that -5, so we'll have to see how those games go. But Stardust adding that +3 to get to 29 and 14, so that's the What
Hey,
was it?
yeah, they do have that win over White Walkers still. Just even a little slip up from White Walkers, they can take that one seed
Yeah.
right back from them. So, and even if being two seed ain't that bad going in, and if this is actually a playoff preview, and this is again the 2 versus 7, or happens to be 1 versus 8, whatever it may be, that's great. We do have noms from both teams. From the side of Stardust Crusaders, they gave the noms to Bad Juju and Ridge Hunt. While on the side of DP, they gave it to Dash and Mag. Um, Now, I'll give what I think it is. I think my locks, I think, would be like Uravity and Mag. I think that they
Yes.
were so solid tonight. I do want to give shout outs to Nat. I thought, especially on that Hanamura map, they played really well. Those immortality fields were super clutch against Dash's immortality fields. I thought they played really well. Kenny had some nice plays, and as well as Sai and Insane. I thought I hadn't really seen him play a lot of support before this, but his honor was really clutch at certain points, especially I think on that second map was on Numbani. But Mag tonight was at another level. So many clutch reses.
Yeah.
The Zen on the last map as well, just fragging out. I think that she kind of clutched it there. And then from the DPS again, there's a lot of big plays. I thought Honey Biscuits was a really
Yeah.
big person on that third map. Again, that was the map obviously DP shined the most, but Uravity on every hero, so clutch with everything. The Mei, the Pharah, the Reaper, um,
Yeah.
the Tracer. Like he played so many different heroes on the DPS, and he kind of was a thorn in their side, and I might say. But again, also Dash, credit to him, and he obviously got the nom from them. But I think Uravity was super important for them.
Yeah. 100% agree. I don't think it's not just like the picks, and the big value out of alts and how quickly he's able to build the alts, but we saw it so many times on the May with the stalls. I
Hmm.
think those stalls were so crucial to a lot of these defense holds from Stardust Crusaders that I don't think that can be ignored either. I mean, again, Dash seemed to open up every fight with a pick, and that's always important, being able to create space and create opportunities for your team to roll. But after that, it just seems like Gravity is able to do whatever he wants, and
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Now, tank MVP, I think, is where we can see some sort of, discussion. I thought there was a lot of good play. I am more inclined to give it to either John or Ant. I thought
Yes.
that they were the good ones. What are you thinking for tank MVP tonight?
I mean, I think the same. I think it's going to be between John and Ann Hopkins. I think um, it was mentioned that John is quote unquote being wasted on main tank, and I certainly don't think that's the case.
Hmm.
Even if it's on the Rhine, I think his Rhine holds up really well. But
Hmm.
I mean, we saw it. He was the difference maker on Winston.
Hmm.
This double honest main tank that Diving Phoenix runs only works because of him on Winston, um,
Hmm.
and that's so important. His he's a bit of a carry at times. He's a freak for DP on tank. But Ann Hopkins, I think, so stellar on off tank tonight, on
Hmm.
Diva, on Zarya. Super important on the ball as well for
Yeah.
stalls, especially on Hanamura and that last fight there on Route 66. Him being able to boop off that ball. Like he tanks the push so Bob stops in the middle of main so he can't touch point. Like that's such a great play. Um, I honestly don't think it'd
I'll leave.
be.
Go ahead.
I'm cool with giving both of them MVP.
Can we do that? I don't know if we're allowed to give two people MVP. I'm down to at least give the other one honorable
I've seen
mention.
it happen numerous times. Is of two tanks or two DPS or two supports getting MVP.
All right. I mean, if we want to give them both, I'm fine with giving them both. I think that they both really shined. If that's allowed. If anyone in chat knows otherwise, like, tell us no. But hey, we can give it. We can do it. We're the
Yeah,
ones in charge tonight. So
we're breaking barriers here,
yeah, and it was a fun
and
map.
on two tank MVPs on different teams.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know if we definitely can. I think we're going to need to pick one,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and then we can do honorable mention to the other.
So since you made me pick the last time we had this choice, I'm making you do it,
Oh, you
especially
are, boy,
I said
this
it
guy,
first. I
huh?
said it first, so
Only because you're coursing with potential superpowers, I'll let it go.
yeah.
I'm I'm giving honorable mention to Ant, and I'm giving John.
To John.
Take him.
I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. I was fine with it literally either way. So
Just
again,
let
we're
the record
yeah.
state. I wanted to give both of you MVP, and you know,
If we
I was
can
threatened.
ever change it, yeah. Blame chat. They're the ones who
Yeah,
said it, and by chat I mean I think Crypto said it. Am I correct?
literally just crypto.
Yeah. Even though we would have given it to your player if this was, we ended up giving it
Yeah,
to not his player.
think
So
about that. You're denying your player an MVP. Way to
yeah,
go,
and you can be
scheming.
mad at your coach. So for
Agreed.
this,
Well,
but yeah,
I
we
think
have.
that's gonna do it.
So we have John on Tank MVP, Rafferty DPS MVP, Mag Dragon Support MVP, and then we're going to give that honorable mention to Ant. It's a great match, 3-1 to Stardust Crusaders tonight.
Yeah, and I believe the other game is still going on as
Well, does
well.
anyone know the score for that?
I can check right now. I know it's a. Actually, I think the. I was gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if the game is over, and I believe it is. I see no other Overwatch Oasis stream online, so I'm pretty sure White Walkers went went to work. They clocked in, clocked out. I wouldn't be
Good for them.
surprised.
Yeah. Great night tonight. I'm going to turn off the broadcast, but stay tuned. We have more games this week. I believe we have one tomorrow.
Yes, let me check.
Yeah, what's tomorrow?
It is going to be yes. I Need Healing versus Prodigy Noob. Hey, I'm pretty sure that's again another potential MVP matchup. Yeah, it's 3-6. So we will
Ooh-wee.
definitely see interesting game going on. It's going to be Friday tomorrow at 8 Pacific or 8 Central. So tune in then. We will see you then. Once again, it's a 3-1 victory for Stardust Crusaders. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Be safe.
Good night, folks. And